Good morning, and welcome to the 2022 MCPS Business Pitch Challenge. I'm Genevieve Floyd, and I'm the Supervisor of Career and Post-Secondary Partnerships with Montgomery County Public Schools, and I am delighted that you have decided to join us for today's challenge. This event is an annual competition, and it's organized with the support of our Business Management and Finance Program Advisory Committee, or PAC for short. The PAC is composed of post-secondary and industry representatives from entities in and around the district. And I must say that they are some of the most respectful and supportive and dedicated professionals that I have had the pleasure of working with. The PAC members assist us in supporting students to ensure that our career pathways are relevant, that they are focused on high skill, high wage, and in-demand careers. They are truly, truly wonderful, and you will get to hear from some of these dynamic individuals during today's challenge. Now, if you have attended any of the past events, then you are aware that the Business Pitch Challenge is our form of Shark Tank. And our students are always ready to show up and compete. And today is definitely no different. As you might imagine, organizing a virtual event of this nature has its challenges. It is happening nevertheless. And it could not be happening if it were not for the dedicated teachers from the competing high schools who truly went above and beyond to support their students this year. Nor could it happen without our motivated and talented students who had the courage and the tenacity to compete in today's challenge. I applaud all of our students who are competing today, and you must know that in my mind, you are already a winner. Finally, I want to acknowledge and thank the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union and the K&K Foundation for financially supporting this year's event. I and all of the PAC members are grateful for their generosity, for it is that generosity which has allowed us to secure trophies, gift card prizes, and medallions for all of the participants. So none of our students will leave today's challenge empty-handed. So thank you again to our sponsors. Now, with that said, and without further ado, I am thrilled to introduce our host and our moderator for today's Business Pitch Challenge, Ms. Candace DePass. Ms. DePass is the Assistant Director of the Salas Craft Collegians Program, an academic and leadership learning community at Howard Community College. She's also a proud graduate of MCPS. She graduated from Paint Branch High School, where she was a member of a student in the Academy of Finance business program. Ms. DePass credits her experience in the Academy of Finance as playing an integral role in her earning a full tuition leadership scholarship from the Posse Foundation to attend Bucknell University. She's so passionate about talking to students and about paying it forward to the students within MCPS. She became a member of the Business Management PAC in 2012, and she has remained actively engaged ever since. She truly is a delight and one of our MCPS success stories. So it is my honor to present our moderator for the Business Pitch Challenge, Ms. Candace DePass. Ms. DePass.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Dr. Floyd, for that introduction. I am truly honored to be here with you, our viewers, and the students, and to be moderating this event once again. This event is just such an excellent opportunity for our students to showcase what they have learned and the skills that they have developed in venture creation, critical thinking, creativity, teamwork, and problem solving. This challenge provides hands-on experiences that prepare our students for success, no matter what the next step in their academic or career journey is. And so here's a run of show for how today's challenge will flow. Students from 7 business management and finance programs will share their pre-recorded video business pitch. Following each video, the students from each team will engage in a live 3-minute question and answer session with our judges. Again, Each team will only have 3 minutes for the Q&A, and we will be keeping time. So students and judges, please bear that in mind. Once all teams have presented, the judges will deliberate and winners will be announced. Okay, and so with that, I'd now like to introduce our judges. First, we have Dr. Alan Cox. Dr. Cox directs financial education for the Maryland Council on Economic Education, located at Towson University. Dr. Cox is also the chair of the PAC. So Dr. Cox, would you come on and give a little wave and let the folks see you?
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the judges, we're really looking forward to hearing your great ideas again this year.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. Next, we have Brad Sherman. Brad Sherman was born and raised in Montgomery County. He is the president and founder of Sherman Wealth Management. Brad is a longstanding proponent of financial education and empowerment, is a personalized fee-only financial planner and investment manager. Brad is very passionate about giving back to the local and greater community, and is also the host of the Sherman Wealth podcast, Launch Financial, and was named on the 2020 and 2021 top financial advisors list by Washingtonian Magazine and Investopedia. Welcome, Brad. Will you wave to us?
Good morning, everyone. Looking forward to hearing your pitches. Thank you.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce Kyle Sefik. Kyle is a professional MMA fighter and entrepreneur. He owns companies such as MMA and Sport Training Facility and KSEF Productions. Kyle is also the founder and organizer of some of the largest events in Maryland, such as Girl Power events, Salvadorian Festival, Oktoberfest, Sound Shape, and Rock the Block. Kyle is the founder of the K&K Foundation, a nonprofit benefiting thousands of families each year. Kyle graduated from Damascus High School and then attended Montgomery College before completing his education at the University of Maryland, College Park. Kyle, welcome. Will you wave to us? Next is Laura Rolls. Laura is a veteran journalist and has extensive marketing, business planning, and sales experience. She is the director of events and marketing for the Gatesboro Germantown Chamber of Commerce. Her specialties include managing special events, social media, marketing programs, brand management, writing, customer service, and so much more. Laura has also served as a director on the Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County Board, serving as vice president of communications for 5 of her 7 years. Welcome, Laura. Will you wave to us?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I can't wait to see the content and creativity of all of your pitches. Good luck.
Thank you. And last but not least, I'm very pleased to introduce Rabia Kamara. Rabia has spent most of her years on earth in the kitchen. Growing up in the diverse neighborhood of Silver Spring encouraged her love for cuisines of many cultures. Rabia is a graduate of l'Académie des Cuisines and has been cooking professionally for over a decade. She is the chef and co-owner of Ruby Scoops, a dessert shop located in Richmond, Virginia, that serves handcrafted ice creams, sorbets, and desserts. Rabia has been featured in multiple publications, appeared on local and national television, and is a member of Les Dames d'Escoffier. Welcome to the MCPS Business Pitch, Rabia. Will you wave to us?
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here and excited to hear your presentations.
Fantastic. Judges, thank you all for taking the time to be a part of this exciting competition. We're so thrilled to have you and have you lend your expertise. And so before we introduce our first student team and to sort of set the stage, we have a short video from none other than Mark Cuban from the TV show Shark Tank. Let's take a look.
Hey, this is Mark Cuban of Shark Tank, and I just want to say entrepreneurship is important. It creates opportunities. It lets you create your dreams, follow your dreams, and change the world. Good luck.
Excellent. Thank you so much to Mark Cuban for those motivational words and for taking the time to share that with us. Okay, judges, are you ready? I think we're ready to get this thing rolling. Let the 2022 MCPS Business Pitch Challenge commence. Our first team is from John F. Kennedy High School, who will be sharing their business pitch. Let's take a look at their video.
Good morning. My name is Emily Martinez.
And my name is Nicole Contreras.
And we are the proud owners of Chingona, where we redefine strength. Chingona has historically been used to describe women who are too aggressive, while the masculine version of the word chingon is used as a way to compliment men. We plan to help give the word Chingona a new meaning.
We founded Chingona because we had a vision of expanding the knowledge on domestic violence while empowering, lifting, and supporting victims. At Chingona, we believe that cultures have the power to bring people together, so we provide quality products that connect our customers to their Latinx cultures, while also providing help for domestic violence victims in our district by donating a percentage of our profits.
Our mission at Chingona is to promote the primary prevention of domestic violence through education, collaboration, and action. We will join women together and raise awareness by making quality products that connect our customers to their Latinx roots. We envision reclaiming what it means to be a fearless Latina.
We want to focus our charitable giving on efforts that help educate the world, collaborate, and take action to prevent domestic violence. To that end, we direct our philanthropy towards increasing access and knowledge on domestic violence resources. Our intention is to direct 20% of our profits to the Family Justice Center in Montgomery County and My Sister's Place in D.C. Both provide career counseling, immigration, legal, law enforcement, and criminal service, along with legal advice with representation, basic needs, and client assistance for victims. In order to be more involved with our local community, we will set up a club that meets every Friday during lunch at John F. Kennedy High School. In the club, we can share resources, create a safe space, and educate students on what domestic violence is. We chose domestic violence as our company's social responsibility topic because we felt that MCPS's educational system didn't provide enough time spreading awareness on what domestic violence is and how students can get help. Feel free to scan the QR code provided to see how we envision our website to be. Our launching product will be the Evil Eye bracelets. This is because many Latin cultures, it is believed that the Evil Eye bracelets protect against misfortune, evil looks, and negative energy. As our business grows, we will continue to release launches on our other products, such as our gold-plated necklaces, stickers, and other accessories. Each purchase comes on a cardboard holder and in a mesh bag that includes our business card and the Evil Eye color meanings.
We are asking for an investment of $3,000 for 3% of the company in order to cover our startup cost. Here is a more detailed breakdown of our expenses and why we need $3,000. Overall, our expected sales for the first month is 200 bracelets, making our expected revenue to be about $4,600. Subtracting our expenses of $1,666 makes our profit $2,934, which then donated 20% to the two organizations, making our ending profit $2,346 with 20 cents. Giving back your 3% would be about $71, and we will be left with $2,275 with 20 cents. Investing back 27% of the profits into the company would leave investing back into the company, which is $615, leaving the rest to be divided between Nicole and I.
Thank you for your time and consideration for a potential investment.
Okay, very well done. At this time, I now want to invite Team Kennedy to join us live via Zoom. If you would unmute your videos, please, and join us. And I see that our judges have done the same. So judges and Team Kennedy, it is now time for the Q&A. The clock for the 3-minute Q&A begins now.
All right, hey guys, great presentation. Thanks for being here. I'll start it off. You know, this is something I definitely like a lot because of your focus. I started an event called Girl Power Events, and we really focus on women-owned businesses and operations. And we also focus on like the whole domestic violence issue as well, especially maybe in the mixed martial arts world. We do a lot of stuff with women's self-defense. So I do love that topic that you guys are giving back to. I want to make that very clear. My question to you guys was, your guys' main focus, it seemed like, was on the jewelry, and it was called, I didn't really get it what it was called, but was it called the Evil Eye? Is that what it was? Evil Eye? I just worry about the name evil, to be honest with you, in the name, but maybe I didn't hear right, but can you tell me a little bit more about why that was specifically the jewelry you chose? And are you just going to stick with that specific focus on the branding, or are you thinking about other ideas too with, the stickers and the bracelets and stuff like that? So that's my question.
Okay, so in our culture, it is called like evil eye because it protects you from evil intentions that other people have towards you. So that's why they're called the evil eye. A lot of the colors have different meanings. Like the most common one is going to be like the dark blue one, and that one protects you against like karma and fate, and it helps you be calm and have relaxation against like all the chaos that's going on around you. So for the stickers, we wanted to have like meaningful quotes that kind of can also loosely tie into domestic violence, like "you're powerful" or something like that. So it can go towards that same meaning that people can also purchase.
Great.
About
Great,
1 minute remaining.
great presentation. I really liked the valuation, the breakout of the numbers. So that was very helpful. Just a question that I had was, you had a pretty good percentage of revenue going back into the business, which I thought was good. What do you think you'd use that money for?
Sorry for the announcement. We're going to use that money back to start doing our other launches. Our first launch was just going to be just the evil eye, and then our hope was to do launches every few months, and it would be the phone cases and accessories and then the necklaces. So we want to do that, and then we also want to have more shipping and faster like delivery services. So all of it in the end will just try and make the company grow a little faster.
Great. And I love the use of the QR code, being forward thinking of having all your SKUs there. So in one place, so you don't have to spend money on that part of the distribution. Great
10
idea.
seconds.
Great social responsibility, giving back. Thanks.
Yeah, Brad actually just touched on the points that I thought were the same questions that I was going to ask about putting my money into the company. And I love the use of the QR code. And I thought you guys did some excellent research with the different domestic violence. So I would definitely invest in your company.
Thank you. Thank you all. We are at time, so I want to be mindful of that and keep us rolling here. Thank you again to Team Kennedy for your wonderful presentation, and thank you to our judges for fielding those questions. At this time, we're going to move forward with Team 2 from Gaithersburg High School with their business pitch. Let's roll that video.
Hello Sharks, my name is Arman Razai.
I'm Ari Nasaj.
And I'm Samuel Jahangiri. We are all juniors at Gatesboro High School, and together we are
Dual Rest. We are seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity.
As you can see, here's our product Dual Rest. We have 2 pockets on either side of the bed, making it accessible to either side your outlet is on. Now, inside the pocket is another pocket with the spandex and the wireless charger. When you put your phone inside the wireless charger, it will stay put and will not move overnight. There are also many different uses to the pockets, as you can put in remotes, controllers, or any other things that you have at night. Now, as you turn around, toss and turn in your bed, your phone will stay right there in place. And then in the morning when you wake up, boom, your phone is right there, fully charged.
You don't have to worry anymore about waking up with the phone empty of charge and having to search for it. Now, with the Dual Rest product, you can now wake up happy and ready to get your day started.
The price of our product is $50, and the cost to make it is $8.46.
The variable cost comes from the materials we use, such as a regular bedsheet, spandex, and a wireless charger, which can give you a full charge every night.
Our business has gross profit margins of 83%, net profit margins of 64%, as compared to other industries which have gross profit margins of 30% and net profit margins of 8%.
Dual Rest is a great home improvement product. Dual Rest can help people all around the world from many ages, teenagers to working adults. Dual Rest has the ability to keep you worry-free at night with the safety of your phone being in its own pocket.
I myself use Dual Rest every night because I know I can wake up worry-free and have my phone by my side.
There's no reason you shouldn't have a good night's sleep when you have a full battery charge waiting for you in the morning when you wake up.
Now let's see which one of you sharks are trying to join us and improve dual rest.
Excellent. Okay, at this time, again, we'll have our next team, Team Gatesboro, go ahead and join us on the screen. Our judges are here as well for this live Q&A session. So welcome, students. If you'll please introduce yourselves, just your first name and your class year.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Arman Razai. I'm the CEO, and I'm a junior at Gatesboro High School.
Hello, guys. My name is Aryan Assad, and I'm the CFO, and I also attend the same school.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam Jahangiri. I'm the COO, and I'm a junior at Gatesboro High School.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Bennett Bradcher. I'm the head of marketing, and I'm a junior at Gatesboro High School.
Before we take questions, I would like to explain how our product benefits the community. Our product brings many jobs to our community as our warehouse and office is in Baltimore. And we are also paying our workers $42,000, $500 a year, higher than the average, a livable wage, which is higher than the average Maryland salary.
So, okay, thank you so much for that. I want to make sure that we keep things equitable and allow at the same time for all the presentations here. So we're going to go ahead and begin with 3-minute Q&A. Judges, the clock starts now. You may begin.
All right, guys, this is a terrific idea. My goodness. But I have a couple questions. You mentioned a price of $50. So is that a full sheet, bed sheet that has a pocket inserted in it? Or does the pocket kind of attach some way to sheets that already exist?
So our product is just a normal bed sheet, and then we take materials and we sew on a pocket, and then it also comes with a charger that we sell with the product as a whole, and we sew it together in our warehouse. And yeah.
All right, and that costs you $8.46 to produce.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. All right. Now, what are you going to do with the $150,000 that you're asking for?
Well, with the $150,000, we're looking to establish a design patent. We're looking to market more on like TV ads, social media. We're also looking to improve our bed sheets from just one size to multi-sizes, and also bed sets. Licensing deals are also important to us, and as well as buying quantities in larger quantities and selling in better.
I think it's a really creative idea. So is this just one prototype? Have you put any in production at this point?
About the survey. Okay, so we recently had a survey, and 60% of the survey basically said that they usually sleep with their phone on their side or on their bed, and they lose it in the morning. So from the results of our survey, that's kind of how we came up with the idea for having it on the side.
40 seconds.
And so we just have a prototype right now, but we have all the materials and the companies and all the names and orders to start making more products.
Awesome. And do you think you would get a patent on this?
Yeah, so currently there's no existing patents on the product, but yeah, we are looking to get a design patent for the product once we start expanding the idea.
Great, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Team Gatesboro. Great job. Thank you to our judges for those questions. And we are at time. And so with that, we're actually going to take a slight pause in the competition to show you a video from one of this year's sponsors, Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Let's cue the video.
Congratulations, you're about to embark on an amazing journey. I'm Dominic Powell, Director of Business Development at Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Credit unions are a not-for-profit financial services provider that exists to serve their members. At Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, we accept deposits, make loans, and provide other financial services to teachers, administrators, support staff, students, and their parents. Our core purpose is serving the education community. One of the ways we do this is by providing financial education to students to ensure their financial well-being is kept top of mind. The message I want to share today is to always believe in yourself. Your business plan is your path to success. It's a living, breathing document that can evolve as new opportunities arise or the economy changes. If you believe and commit to your plan, you will achieve your financial goals and dreams. An important component of your business is capital. This is the money required to start your business, which can be obtained by borrowing from family, dipping into your savings, or finding a job that fits your skills, past experiences, and passion. Once you receive a paycheck, you can deposit it into your account here at the credit union and watch your money grow as you earn interest. If you believe in your business, so will others. Congratulations again. I wish you each the best of luck in this year's Montgomery County Public Schools Business Pitch Challenge.
Thank you again to Educational Systems Federal Credit Union for that message. And your sponsorship and long-standing support is so greatly appreciated. So thank you again. If our judges are ready, and I think that they are, we'll now move on to Team 3. And Team 3 is from Northwood High School. Let's watch their video as they present their business pitch.
Hi, my name is Ange Cosby.
My name is Emily Cabrera.
And I'm Jose Haile.
And we are the creators of Stratify Toys.
Too much gender stratification in toys and the stereotyping that parents and marketers do puts a restriction on the growth of children. At Stratify Toys, we're solving this problem by marketing toys without gender in order to help children grow with confidence. Instead, we are marketing toys as the attributes that they would want your child to have and jobs that they are currently into, as well as age group.
At Stratify Toy, our goal is to make a toy for every kid. We find and advertise inclusive, boundaryless, contemporary toys for all kids, regardless of gender, sexuality, and any stereotypes for your child. Whether you want something for your son or your daughter, or just a kid who needs a bundle of happiness, Stratify Toys has your answer. We believe that your kid shouldn't be subject to starch stigmas, especially at such a young and influential stage. This is why we offer other services, including toys, parental guidelines, and product reviews. There are very few companies that have an idea similar to ours and have the same goal, which is truly a shame for the kids. However, this open market is a perfect opportunity to create a new way of thinking and a better generation.
Our target audience are parents of children ages 2 to 13 years old. From our business, parents will learn more about what development the child goes through at each age and what toys help with their learning. None of us have kids, so you might be asking why we care about this. Well, we all have noticed the gender in toys and have been affected by it.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to learn how to cook and use an easy bake oven. But traditionally in my culture, men were not allowed in the kitchen.
I have a brother who is 6 years younger than me. Looking at the toys he had and the toys that I had, I noticed the gender in between the two.
When I was younger, I had a neighbor that was around the same age as me. I noticed that he had different types of toys, which I was jealous of.
The website we developed is easy to use for our customers. First, select an attribute you want for your child. Let's choose compassionate because that is the most wanted attribute parents want their children to have. Then, as you can see, there are many toys that fit into this category with the recommended age group and price of the item. Then, if you click on one of the toys of your choice, you can see more images of the toy, a small description of how the toy can help your child grow, and a link to the website where the customer can buy the product. Well, what if your kid wants to be a doctor or a judge or maybe a teacher? Then you can go to jobs. And you'll find a list of the most common jobs that kids like. Let's go to healthcare. which has the same format as Compassionate and has the same features as it, where if you click on the name of the item, you are brought to a different page and a small description, a web link, and images are given.
But that isn't the only thing our website can do. We also have subscription boxes. We will make contracts with toy companies that have similar non-gender toy goals, like Legos, Mattel, as well as Melissa and Doug Toy Company, in which they give us some toys to put in our subscription boxes that we sell.
We're asking for $20,000 for 10% of our company. With that money, we'll use some of it to pay for the first few subscription boxes until we get the contracts made, pay Google to get our name in the top 5 websites when searching gender-neutral toys or compassionate toys or something similar, as well as pay a developer to create a better website and make our own social media account on Twitter or Instagram.
Come see more of us at
StratifyToys.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Team Northwood. We'll now have Team Northwood join us on screen and our judges as well. And so students from Northwood, if you all would please state your first name and your class year.
Hi, I'm Ange and I am a junior.
Hi, I'm Emily Cabrera and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Omar Pei and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Jose, and I'm a senior.
Wonderful. Okay.
But first, before we start, I want to address our social entrepreneurship program, which is to dedicate a portion of our profits to orphanages and daycares.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And so we'll now proceed with our Q&A. Judges, the clock for the Q&A begins now. Students, we have 3 minutes.
Hi, everyone. I think it's a great idea to have gender inclusive toys. I think you have a great mission, but my question is, do you have any finances to back what you're doing as far as what the cost for toy is, what you expect your profit to be, exactly where all the money's going to go outside of the things that you discussed already?
Yeah, of course. So, am I on?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't hear myself. So, all the toys that are listed on our website, like the Snuggle Buddies, that was someone else's toy. We are just advertising it. So the link would lead you to their site, which is their actual price, which we put on theirs. But the toy boxes, what we did is that we search up individual toys and we found the prices, and then we look at mass finding the toys in like mass amount. Thank you.
Of course.
A mass amount, and then making a spreadsheet of how many boxes could we make and how much all the boxes would cost, and then finding out how much of each boxes we can make and how that would all cost. And with $1,300 and like some odd dollars, we could make 26 boxes, 8 of the 0 to 3, and then 6 of the other ages. So some of our money that we're asking for you would go into those boxes until we can make contracts with the toy companies of the toys that are in our toy box, and asking for them to give us the toys for free, which we will then put in our box, and then they'll go to customers. And of course, toys will change as like contracts expire or we find new companies to join our projects and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're basically driving people to these other websites to buy.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
About 1 minute remaining.
Oh, I don't know where the other judge
Did you want to finish something, Ange?
No.
Okay, a really good idea, really specific target audience. I like how you had the website laid out, development. Can you talk about the plans for the social media and the other marketing efforts?
Yeah, so for social media, the main website we'll use is Instagram, because the parents now are mainly on Instagram, the progressive parents that would buy into our products. And we couldn't really market it to children because 0 to 3, they're not really, they'll see the toys, but they might just bring it up to their parent as opposed to actually buying it.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I think using Instagram is a great marketing tool, but I also do very well on Instagram myself with my business. So I think you guys have a great idea behind you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to our judges. Thank you so much to our team, Team Northwood. Great presentation. And we'll now move on to Team 4 from James Hubert Blake High School as we watch their video pitch. Let's take a look.
Hey judges, my name is Joey Sorrow, and today my team and I are presenting our business, Cultivate. We are here seeking $4,000 for 20% equity in our company. Now we all know that building healthy habits is very beneficial to one's life, but because it can be difficult, people shy away. The problem is today is that there's no app that motivates and pushes someone to stick with these habits. This lowers overall success rate, personal fulfillment, and happiness. My team and I wanted to help solve this problem, so we created Cultivate. Cultivate is an interactive mobile app designed to help build healthy habits and enhance personal growth. You may be asking yourself, aren't there many other productivity and lifestyle apps out there? The answer is yes, but many of these apps are basic. They simply give the user a routine and then show a visual representation of their progress. There's a lack of motivation, which limits the user's ability to grow. Cultivate uses a different approach. The app format actually changes as the user begins to grow. The user starts with small-scale habits, such as making their bed, and gradually moves on to large-scale habits, such as time blocking. This builds a personal connection between the user and the app, which will lead to overall growth. Our business model is quite simple and easygoing. The dashboard will include an age category, calendar, progression tracker, and more. The user is able to start whenever and simply perform tasks until habits are formed. To keep the user engaged, they will be randomly notified with motivating messages, and stars will be earned the more habits they build and log. Fun fact, receiving motivating messages such as a star can increase self-motivation by 12%. Wow! Now let's meet the team. All three of us are seniors at James Hubert Blake High School. My name is Joey Sorrow, and I'm in charge of accounting, finance, marketing, and sales. My business partner Carter Darrington is in charge of research, operations, and production. And my business partner Zach Temenak is in charge of human resources and customer service. After graduation, we will all be going into college studying business. Our marketing will be done through social media, web advertising, and word of mouth. This will ensure proper growth for our company. Our target market will be teens and young adults, but is open to any age. Here's our 1-year projected timeline. December of 2021 is where the whole idea started. We then started coding and testing the app, and soon partnered with Norton Security to ensure that our app was safe. In August of 2022, we'd like to officially release to Android and iOS devices, and soon after build a reputable name across the United States. We would then like to test and release a computer version. Now we move on to our financial analysis. We each contributed $2,000 that we earned through a summer job to get the app started. After calculating, we need $10,000 in total to start official development, so our asking price of $4,000 will allow us to do that. We also have a premium service named Cultivate Plus that is $4.99 per month, and it gives the users the option to communicate with life coaches and directly link data to further enhance their personal growth. After looking over business projections for profit and revenue, we found that 31% of users will pay the monthly rate for Cultivate Plus. Approximately $127,000 will be our total net profit, and with this profit margin, we can afford to spend an additional $10,000 on security, maintenance, and upgrades. $108,000 will be made from partner ads, and $29,000 will be made from the monthly rate for Cultivate Plus. In total, we grossed $137,000 in our first year according to financial projections. We will also donate 10% of our total net profit to Active Minds, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting mental health, especially among young adults. Why are we asking for your investment? Simple, your expertise and knowledge will help our growth exponentially. We'll move from a small scale to a large scale application, and we'll build a reputable name and following. Your knowledge is the key to our growth and overall success. In the next few years, we'd like to receive feedback from users to keep customer satisfaction high, expand to most mainstream technology platforms, and either sell to or partner with another lifestyle application. Whatever the future may hold, our core values will stay the same: affordable, effective, and easy to use. Cultivate. Start benefiting now.
Excellent. Thank you, Team Blake, for your presentation. And at this time, we'll have the students from Blake join us live on the screen. And if you could just introduce yourselves, again, your name, your class year, and then we will begin with our questions. So please, your introduction.
Hey judges, I'm Joey and I'm a senior. Hey judges, I'm Zach and I'm also a senior.
Wonderful. Okay. And so with that, we'll proceed with the Q&A. Judges, the time starts now.
I guess I'll kick this off, Kyle, if that's okay with you.
Yes,
A
sir.
couple questions. $4.99 a month for your subscription. And you did some research in terms of how many people would be willing to pay that. It seems to me that you need some kind of way to get your first set of customers. Have you thought about doing something like free for a month if you like it, or some kind of other kind of incentive for people to get started? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, we plan on when we open our product officially on Android and Apple in May and June, we plan on letting users use it because the base Cultivate is free. And then also we're planning on giving people a 1-month free subscription for Cultivate Plus to see if they're willing to pay and think that the $5 is worth it for the extra data and the life coaches and all.
Yeah, guys, I love how you're going the whole app route, especially with your as generation, getting involved with apps is awesome. I also love how you guys are focused on, mental health, personal growth. It is something that people in this world need. So I do love what you guys are thinking of when it comes to this. My question is, other than I saw how you guys said partnerships with like other apps. Have you guys thought about partnerships with other businesses or organizations as well? And if so, who would you guys go with to maybe partnership? Like, give me an example of someone you go to be like, this is a good idea to partner with this type of person or this type of organization to have this app get larger and better.
Great question. Great question. So I think we talked about it a little bit in the video. We're going to partner with Active Minds. That's kind of our charitable donations. We're donating 10% there, just to ensure, I guess, that, the name will get out there as kind of like a productivity, lifestyle, and mental health app. They're a big name, Active Minds. They can get out there. It can help our advertising and whatnot, and probably just help our proper growth in the long run.
50 seconds.
All right, I have one more question. I have worked with some apps before, and I understand, what goes into it and, the fees behind it, but also just how much work and background work you need to do before you launch it. Have you guys made an example of the app at all? Have you had a study group, a focus group to like test it out?
Yeah, so we did have a focus group. We're still finishing up the coding right now. So I have background in coding. I've taken multiple classes at our high school for coding. So I'm the one who's coding it. And our original coding, we gave to a focus group. We got some comments back and we kind of tweaked a little bit of stuff. But I think this is a great product that with the few tweaks that we made after the focus group will launch successfully.
Great,
thank you. Thank you so much to our judges. Thank you again, Team Blake. Excellent presentation. We are at time, and at this time, we're going to take another short break to share an inspirational video message from 2 of our PAC members. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Josh Funk. I am the CEO and founder of Rehab to Perform, a local business that is in Germantown, Bethesda, Frederick, and Mount Airy. I'm actually a local product as well. I grew up in Montgomery County. I still live in Montgomery County, and I could not be more honored to be a part of this year's MCPS Business Pitch Challenge. You're gonna get some positive feedback. You're also gonna get some constructive feedback. But I think the amazing thing is that you've put yourself in a position to receive that feedback. Take feedback as a gift. It is ideally gonna put you in a situation where your ideas, your ways of solving problems are gonna become more refined and eventually put you in a situation where hopefully the dreams that you had for this company of yours are gonna be fulfilled at some point or another. Other than that, best of luck to everybody. And as with anything, and all of the judges that are a part of this event, please use us as a resource. We couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of your journey and hopefully have you see this idea become something great.
Everyone, Brad Sherman, born and raised in Montgomery County, president and founder of Sherman Wealth Management. My mother was a school teacher for 35 years at Blair High School. So excited that you students are being a part of the Business Pitch Challenge for MCPS. Keep at this entrepreneurial journey. It may be a grind, but it's totally worth it in the end. Get your mindset right and keep up and make sure that that intersection of health and wealth is really a focus. I'd say the #1 tip for an entrepreneur is to keep grinding. You're gonna get a bunch of no's, but the yeses are well worth it. Stick at it and keep with it. Good luck in the Business Pitch Challenge. Happy to support you any way we can. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you to our PAC members for those insightful messages and words of wisdom and encouragement. And thank you to our Judge Brad for his thoughtful remarks about the importance of hard work, determination, and finding that right balance between work and other aspects of life. And so with that, I think we're ready for Team 5 from Winston Churchill High School and to watch their business pitch. So let's roll that video.
Hi judges, I'm Matt Hager.
Hi, I'm Thomas Porter.
Hi, I'm Ryan Anderson.
And we are Maryland made cases. The problem with computer cases these days is that they're almost all entirely made by a few big companies, such as MSI, Cooler Master, or NZXT. And they have a really strong monopoly over the entire market, which gives them the opportunity to either make really hyper-futuristic cases with RGB metallic aesthetic, or these cheap plastic cases that really aren't good to look at, and they don't have anything in between.
We designed a new type of computer case, one to fit a more bespoke and cozy feeling, using wood, copper, glass, and leather. Our design breaks the traditional mold of using cheap steel and plastics to make a bland and boring looking case.
Us computer enthusiasts see our computers as much more than just machines. They're works of art that should be displayed and embellished, similar to how car enthusiasts see their cars as much more than transportation from A to B. Having discussed and interviewed many potential customers with this idea, we found nothing on the market remotely similar. There's no doubt that this product would be a for sure sell.
So how much will this cost to make? Well, it's going to cost around $130 to make the case, with 90 of those dollars being for the wood, and the rest of the money being for the glass and the accessory hardware to go with it. On top of all that cost, labor is going to cost around $80 as well, which brings the total cost for the case production to be $210. We can sell each case for approximately $320 to $350, depending on what the customer asks for, which in this market is pretty competitive.
Throughout our venture, we've created a list of future ideas to pursue once we've accumulated enough assets to afford them. Since the first day of our venture, we've known that a CNC machine would be an inevitable purchase. Our business would greatly benefit from a CNC machine, or a computer numerical control machine. It's essentially an automated milling machine that can produce the computer parts for us. This would reduce a massive amount of the man hours used to carve them out by hand, and would leave us just to assemble them and ship them off to the customers. On top of that, creating a nice looking website can become extremely costly very quickly. So having some extra funding around would allow us to create a nice looking front end website for our customers to easily interact and buy our product, and for us to easily intake their orders and produce them. And with that, thank you very much, judges, for listening, and I hope you can consider us for the MCPS 2022 Business Pitch Challenge.
Nice work, Team 5. We now want to have those students join us on screen and our judges for the Q&A piece. And so students, when you come on screen, again, go ahead and share your first name and your class year with us.
Hey, I'm Matt Hager. I'm the CEO, and I am a senior at Churchill High School.
Hi, I'm Thomas Porter. I'm a junior at Churchill High School, and I am the CFO of our pitch.
Hello, I'm Ryan Anderson. I'm a junior at Winston Churchill High School, and I'm the CEO.
Wonderful. Okay. And with that, it's time for our Q&A. Judges, the floor is yours. The clock for the 3 minutes begins now.
Yeah, I'll catch it. I'll get us started here. I'm a little unclear of what the product actually does. Can you help me out with that? I'm an old guy.
So computer cases these days are mostly made of metal, and we're trying to completely change the shift in that of like the whole old-fashioned aesthetic and bring it back to a more bespoke, natural feeling using wood products and leather and more natural feeling products that really blend in with many more environments than a metallic light-up case. It's mostly an aesthetic change.
All right, and you had a price of $210. Is that the total cost to you to manufacture?
Yes. Yes,
Right.
the price of wood right now is quite expensive, but making deals with local lumber mills, we could significantly reduce that.
And how much do you plan to sell it for?
Our sale price is predicted to be around $320 to $350, which on the current market for computer cases is extremely competitive. And given that we are going to be the only case company doing this, other than one other person on Etsy that we've been able to find, it is going to be an extremely open market for us to embrace.
So you have done some research in other companies that have something similar?
There are no companies doing anything similar.
Nobody's, or they have a monopoly going here.
Absolutely.
All right. Terrific. Any other judges have any questions?
We have about a minute and 30 seconds remaining.
So it's a case. It's a computer case. I'm just trying to understand it a little more. I don't know if I missed something. Can you explain what is it like? You have a laptop, you put it in a case. What am I? Can you help me out here?
So a computer case. It's I can show you with my camera actually. On the side of my desk, there's a big box. It's a computer case, and we're making that out of wood and brass and leather to give it a different feeling, because right now all cases kind of feel the same. They all have the same, they're all jet black or silver, and they all have the same side glass panel, and we're trying to change up the feeling to be just different, because I do personally like the look of wood and things like that with furniture, and it can blend in a lot. Our case design can blend in a lot better with other designs in people's homes.
20 seconds.
No, like when you showed me, man, it helped me really understand. So I appreciate that. Now that you showed me what it is, I totally get it. And the look of it, the feel of it, you just want to be on your computer more. I can see gamers loving that whole atmosphere as well, and the touch and stuff like that. I get it. Cool.
Yeah, we're really going for a more personalized aesthetic so that you can express yourself through what you have on your desk in your workplace.
Excellent. Thank you so much to Team 5 from Churchill. Thank you to our judges. We are at time. And with that, we're going to move on to Team 6 from Northwest High School. Let's take a look at their business pitch.
Good morning, judges. These last couple of years have been more than difficult for many of us. And census data shows that 1 in every 3 Americans is dealing with some type of mental illness. The sad reality about that is that over half of those people are being left untreated due to financial deficiencies or just not feeling comfortable with traditional therapy. With Serenity Cafe, we'd hope to offer a soothing environment, a place where you can come and eat food while also receive treatments like aromatherapy, traditional group therapy, shows, meditation, and things that are outside the normal book, which we'd like to make you comfortable with. We hope to be able to help relieve the stress of our customers by offering many forms of therapy, including pet therapy, aromatherapy, group therapy, and we'll be offering specialized beverages, including our CBD selection for relaxation, our herbal teas to calm the nerves, and for those who need a relaxing space to work, our home brewed coffee. Now, what we're asking in return for this great idea is $200,000 in return for 15% equity in our company so that you guys can help us help others. Serenity Cafe is a cafe designed as a friendly and welcoming space for all to relax and focus on their mental health while enjoying a variety of amenities. 47 million people, that's about how many people are estimated to struggle with some type of mental illness. The problem, there is over 19% of adults who experiences mental illness, equivalent to over 47 million Americans, which is crazy. Anyone could be dealing with some type of mental illness. Many people don't have access or can't afford mental health related resources. Now, our solution, Serenity Cafe, we offer a variety of resources and amenities to aid people struggling with mental illness at a low cost with easy accessibility. A calm and welcoming environment fit for all. We will provide multiple group therapy sessions therapy pets, yoga and aromatherapy, as well as soothing music, a quiet study corner, comfortable lounging chairs, and book exchanges.
Throughout our establishments, we hope to have monthly guest speakers come in and advocate for mental health awareness, where non-members are encouraged to listen and take a tour of the facility to help entice people to join. Spokespeople can travel and set up stands to help advertise for Serenity Cafe. For marketing, we intend to reach individuals who struggle with their mental health and provide them with a safe and relaxing environment. Our target audience is anyone who's seeking to improve their mental health, ranging from young adults and beyond. We want to thank and appreciate our customers who keep coming back with the membership system to benefit and reward our customers for only $40 per month. Some of the benefits include access to our app, which contains special menu deals and notifications for our events, access to some of our private lessons, including certain group therapy events, live music, and private counseling, and members can earn points for purchasing items which can accumulate in value over time and used to be exchanged for discounts, potential free food, and opportunities for free counseling. Over a 6-month time period, we carefully calculated our expenses totaling up to $28,300, with most of our spendings coming from our salaries and lease. In the first 4 months, we expect to be in our net losses, but reach a surge in months 5 and 6, and hopefully continuing on in years to come. Like our expense chart, we calculated our revenue over a 6-month time period, totaling to about $41,867, with most of our returns coming from our monthly memberships, entrance fees, foods, and beverages. As we said before, we expect the first 4 months to be in our net losses, but eventually reach a surge in months 5 and 6. And then here are our profit margins from the previous charts added to sum up our annual costs, revenue, and profit for each unit cafe, with our income totaling over $800,000 throughout all our 10 locations.
It's not like ours, they're alternatives to what we are trying to achieve. However, what sets us apart is our location provides both a traditional cafe style as well as a variety of mental health resources. Customers are able to access numerous opportunities at a lower cost than regular therapy. Our resources are more personalized to the customer. Memberships provide more resources for individual needs. We offer opportunities for college students and volunteers in our community who are interested in working towards achieving their clinical hours. When comparing Serenity Cafe to competitors such as big-name cafes and traditional therapy, we have lower costs per service, and we are projected to measure up to big-name cafes in terms of revenue because we have more to offer. How will this transform the community around us? To give back, we provide the community with a variety of resources to reach out to help. Local practice business cards, contact information to therapists, hotline, and more. Our in-house therapists are student/workers trained to become full-time and professional therapists and psychiatrists. In-house therapists earn clinical hours to gain their degree, and we donate a percentage of our profits to charities whose mission statement align with bettering the mental health of others. Let us bring you peace as you join us in improving the lives of others, one cafe at a time.
Nice work, Team 6. We want to invite those students to join us live on screen at this time, along with our judges for our Q&A. And so students, as you join us, if you would just, again, introduce yourselves, your first name and your class year.
I'm Danny Hashimpour. I'm a junior at Northwest High School.
I'm Leticia. I'm a senior at Northwest.
And I'm Caitlin, and I'm a senior at Northwest as well.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. Judges, the floor is yours. The clock for the 3-minute Q&A begins now.
Yeah, I'll kick this off. I think their presentation is really wonderful. I would like to know how you came up with this idea.
So over these last years, I'm sure we're all familiar with the huge struggles everyone's dealt with mental illness because of the pandemic and many other issues. Now, we thought of what is a way that we can really reach out to those people that are uncomfortable in going with normal therapy or just want a more comfortable place. Like students in colleges are always stressed out and need a good place to work, or even just somewhere where you can feel safe, so you can feel like a part of something. You know, we hope to welcome our customers like family.
And then how do you plan to market this idea?
Yeah, so we're planning to partner with UMD students who are looking to fulfill their powers. And they can also post on our social media and get the word around.
To add on, we also want to have social media influencers come in, and that way we can market to their fan base and expand through them.
Thank you. Any other judges?
Yeah, I thought you guys did a great job. Great idea. Really well thought out numbers. I guess piggybacking on the marketing idea, you suggested 10 locations. Do you have places for those other locations picked out? Or
So, yeah, so we're mostly going to target towards cities, particularly like right now we're looking at Chicago, our very own DC, and even more local places like Bethesda and Rockville. So we're going to mostly try and go to like cities, places where it's more crowded, where there's typically more college students also. So like also towards campuses.
About 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, I'll ask a quick question. I actually opened up a lounge in downtown Frederick, okay? And it was called Exhale. It was teas, coffee, smoothies, chill vibes, shisha, hookah, and very successful. It's still there today. And my question to you is this. This is why I asked. Have you ever thought, what is the interior of this place going to look like? Tell me the colors you envision. Tell me the kind of, vibe it's going to have inside.
Sure. Yeah. So we actually did come up with a model, but we're unable to show it now. But yeah, so the interior is going to be mostly, we actually partnered with an interior designing company. And our interiors are going to be mostly like wood. We're going to try and have lots of like aromatherapy. So you're going to see all this like smoke, little like mist in the air. Also, we want to do more calming colors and comfortable beanbag chairs, stuff to make it more relaxing, Think of it less as like a restaurant and more as like a lounge and more relaxed, almost as if you're going to think of it like a gym. You go to like the gym and it's just like, but you feel comfortable. It's like relaxed, beanbag chairs, tables, wood interiors, incenses, lots of plants and sunlight. Very, very like casual.
Thank you, team. We are at time, so I do have to stop you. Thank you again, Team Northwest. We appreciate your responses. Judges, thank you for your questions. And we're going to keep this rolling here. We're actually going to pause to take another look at a video from one of our PAC members. And again, for those who may not know or may not recall, that PAC stands for the MCPS Business Management and Finance Program Advisory Committee. Let's take another look at one of these videos.
Hey team, my name's Liz Overman. I'm the Regional General Manager here at Orange Theory Fitness, and welcome. Congrats to you all for partaking in the 2021 Business Pitch Challenge here at MCPS. You guys are gonna rock this. It's such an amazing opportunity for you to take this first step in entrepreneurship. So a word of advice from me is that I want you to wake up every single day with a hunger for knowledge and excited to tackle the day. It's what's gonna drive you throughout your career and really set you up for success. So once again, guys, congratulations, you're gonna rock this. No matter what the outcome, you guys are gonna really, really learn from this experience, and I hope you have a fantastic time. Good work.
I'm Alex Saronis, founder of the MoCo Show and MoCo Snow. I've been an MCPS teacher for 15 years, but I've been thinking about businesses outside of school as long as I can remember. Entrepreneurship takes a special type of person, and I commend each and every one of you for coming out here to the MCPS Business Pitch Challenge. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. Win or lose, you've taken the first step towards the path of success in business. When I first started the MoCo Show 5 years ago, I was spending countless hours into something that I didn't even know would work. We started with one follower, myself. And now we're at over 200,000 across all platforms. There's gonna be bumps in the road. It's not all gonna be easy, but I want you all to stick with whatever idea you have, because I know you can make it work. So good luck to everyone. I look forward to seeing every idea in the MCPS Business Pitch Challenge.
Awesome. Thank you again to our PAC members for sharing those words of encouragement and for your stories and your passion. And at this time, if our judges are ready, I want to introduce our final team, Team 7 from Paint Branch High School, as they present their business pitch. Let's take a look.
everyone, we're Panther Auto Repair. My name is Fizza Ali Sakira and I'm a senior at Paint Branch High School.
My name is Nia Thompson and I am a high school junior. Introduction. 92% of households in Montgomery County own a car. With it being the main type of transportation, the demand for car repairs and other related services are at an all-time high. In our research, we conclude that there is a need for auto repair services in our community.
So we will describe the problem, the need in our community, our solution and giving back, and then the market and competition.
The problem. Citizens in the state of Maryland, especially in their early 20s, continuously take out loans for the purchase of vehicles. However, by the time they're in their 30s, they're already submerged in debt and unable to pay it off. What's the cause of this epidemic? The lack of financial literacy.
The need. So this is the current population of our city alone that can be relieved of their auto loan debt.
From our research, we concluded the average cost for a vehicle comes up to $37,000 with the fuel and car insurance on top, ranging from $2,000 to $4,000 a year, with most costs going towards covering teens with a whopping $5,000 a year. Typically, auto loan debt is the third largest debt category behind mortgages and student loans.
So our solution and giving back. Our company, Panther Auto Repair,
provide and teach repair services to the community at an affordable cost. Plus our auto repair service, consumers will be able to attend workshops for free and will be able to provide auto literacy for anyone who wants it.
So our main goals include providing auto repair services at an affordable rate to combat the commercial prices. We will provide bi-weekly workshops to educate the community on self-auto repair, on financial and auto loan literacy, and we will also provide internships and opportunities for the youth and high schoolers interested in the automobile sector.
For our services, we'll have scheduled maintenance ranging from $20 to $40, average maintenance ranging from $50 to $100, and heavy-duty maintenance ranging from $100 or more on top of average and scheduled maintenance, as well as internships and other opportunities if they please.
For our SWOT analysis, our strengths include the car maintenances that we are offering at a lower price than our competitors. For our weaknesses, many may not find it legit due to it being sponsored by the school. For opportunities, we will provide financial and auto literacy workshops to our customers as a result of their business with us. And for threats, we would have possible competition with other gas stations.
Due to the pandemic, many commercial businesses up the prices on their services to keep up with their status quo, disregarding how consumers may feel about it.
But we, on the other hand, have decided to keep the prices at the same level, and we will also provide minimized contact, which is preferred by many people during these times.
Marketing and competition.
So one of our main competitors is Exxon, which is not affordable for a lot of people, and although they offer a lot of services, they take longer times to perform the service.
And for AutoZone, many consumers within Silver Spring tend to rely on their services. However, they have various limited locations, which is a plus for us, but because they are very reliable when it comes to repairing, they can be a threat.
For our business plan, we plan to market through sending out promotional offers to teachers, doctors, and frontline workers. We will train young high schoolers who are interested in pursuing a career in this industry through internships. For our assessment, we will analyze our annual key performance indicators and by providing enrichment opportunities for the youth. And for technology,
we'll be able to install and create apps for anyone who wants to be able to schedule their services ahead of time, or if they need any tips or any ideas on what they need to do.
So this is our works cited page for the infographics and for the research. Please let us know your questions and thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Team Paint Branch. We want to invite those students to join us on screen at this time. And if you would just say again your first name and your class year.
Hello, I'm Fizza and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Naya and I'm a high school junior.
Wonderful. Thank you again. And so at this time, judges, the floor is yours. The 3 minutes begins now.
All right. Does Rabia, you want to start this one off?
Sorry, I'm having issues on my end. I couldn't really hear most of the presentation, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll start off with a question. So I just have a general question. Why was this the idea you guys came up with? Can you tell me a little bit? Is there a background behind it? Is there a reason why this was the idea you chose?
Yeah, so since like being in a pandemic and just we saw the need in our community, within our households and within the larger community of Burtonsville and Silver Spring. So when we were like brainstorming, this was one of the first things that came into our mind because this is really needed in our community. Yeah, and we also know like a lot of local businesses that are doing this, and we actually talked to one of the businesses. It's Paul Carter's Auto Body, and we consulted with an employee who has like 25 years of experience in this field, and he was willing to help us.
Great. And is anybody else doing this type of thing anywhere? Have you seen other similar or the same type of idea?
We don't see people doing like offering enrichment opportunities for high schoolers. There is a lot of auto body repair like businesses and workshops, but we don't see like how they give back to the community at a larger scale.
So if I may, I think I want to understand, is this technically like a learning clinic kind of thing?
Yeah, we would be providing like car repair services, but those services would come from trained high schoolers who would benefit from this because they would be gaining the knowledge in the automobile sector. And then the prices would be lower than our competitors since we don't have like the workers who are more experienced. We have high schoolers, so they would not demand like higher wages.
Okay, so in comparison, I don't know if this is still a thing at Paint Branch because I'm old, but is it like the Panther Paw kind of thing, but in auto repair?
And like 50 seconds. Panthers are fast, they are reliable, and that's why we're Panther Auto Repair.
Got it. Okay.
About 40 seconds remaining. Any further questions?
Any other judges have any questions?
Okay, sorry.
I just want to say great idea, great way to tie in kind of financial literacy education while giving back to the community. So thank you for your pitch and all the metrics that you shared.
Thank you so much.
PowerPoint was great.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Paint Branch. Thank you to our judges. And so at this time, we're actually going to excuse our judges and allow them an opportunity to compare notes, discuss, and deliberate as they decide who will be the winners of today's Business Pitch Challenge. So in the interim, we're going to watch one more inspirational video from one of our PAC members, EduCirc. Let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Brian K. Smith, Executive Director of EduCirc and also CEO of E-Industries. We're so excited to see all of our students from MCPS and the Business Pitch Challenge present their projects this year, especially during this pandemic, which has been kind of hard for many people. But we understand and we know that all of our MCPS students are strong, they're great, but also we know that you're very creative. Creative to be able to walk through this entire process virtually, talking with mentors or talking with your teachers, to be able to come up with some great ideas and then still deliver excellence right on time. Being creative has been the livelihood of how I've kind of run my business altogether. I started out doing web development, but I didn't go to any classes. So I took my lunch breaks and I started with my lunch breaks clicking view source on a web page, just saying, how do they do that? How do they do that? And I just kind of took that and just kept going and going and going until now that I build web portals for multi-billion-dollar clients to this very day. So there's different types of ways of being creative. You don't really have to say, well, I'm born with this and so forth. Sometimes it's just asking the question and just realizing that the answers are always all around you. This is Brian K. Smith, CEO of E-Industries and Executive Director and founder of EduCirc. I'm looking forward to hearing your awesome and excellent presentations here through the MCPS Business Pitch Challenge.
Excellent. Thank you again to Brian Smith of EduCirc and to all of our PAC members who support and create opportunities for our students. And speaking of our MCPS students, I personally want to congratulate all of the students who presented today. You all did a fantastic job creating and presenting some pretty amazing pitches. So good work, students. Judges, now your work begins. Our judges, again, have been excused into a breakout room to deliberate and really take on the difficult task of selecting the winners of this year's MCPS Business Pitch Challenge. So I wish them the best of luck. And while our judges are deliberating, I now want to turn the virtual stage back over to Dr. Floyd, who is going to introduce a special presentation. Dr. Floyd, welcome back.
Thank you, Mr. Pass. I do not envy the judges and their task at hand. All of the students were wonderful. The business ideas were creative, their presentations professional. I have no doubt that we have some future entrepreneurs in our midst. And speaking of entrepreneurs, while the judges are deliberating, we are going to watch some excerpts from a talk show with the founders of the Cava restaurant chain. These three founders, who all happen to be MCPS alumni, will share their stories and advice about how they have grown Cava into a $1.3 billion enterprise. These interview clips are courtesy of MCPS Let's Talk Careers talk show, which was hosted by 3 of our MCPS students and produced by our MCPS TV staff and the MCPS Partnership Unit. So let's watch.
I'm delighted to introduce our career guests for today. They are none other than the founders of the most delicious, most casual restaurant, Cava. Welcome, Cava founders. Please introduce yourselves to our students and community out there in Zoom land.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for having us. My name is Ted Xenocristos. I am the Chief Concept Officer at Cava and co-founder. I attended Paint Branch High School and am a proud MoCo graduate.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Ike Grigoropoulos. I'm also one of the founders of Cava, currently the CEO of our full service brand, and I'm a proud graduate of Gatesboro High School.
Good morning, everyone. Dimitri Masarvidas, Executive Chef of Cava Group, co-founder, and a proud alum of Quince Orchard High School.
Let's start out with a promo about Cava.
For those who desire a bold food culture.
For those who savor. To the appreciators, the embracers, and the devourers, you come to the right place.
Because here, we serve lamb.
Not sheep. Rendered from wild imagination
And the family tradition of childhood friends.
From a chef's skillful hands.
And a fire burning.
For those who believe in electric growth without compromise.
And that without community,
we are not whole.
We've made this food for you, friends.
With olive oil, lemon, sea salt, a fistful of spice,
and zero apologies.
Good, healthful food formed from simple, colorful ingredients.
With liberal measures,
generous spirit,
and a little bit, okay, a lot of crazy feta. Food style that fills you
and fulfills you. Because when it comes down to it, we believe food is a force
for good.
I love the amazing video. But my real question is, why the V and the peace sign? Is there a story behind that?
So there is a story behind it. It may not be as interesting as everyone thinks it is. When we started Cava back in 2006, we were just 3 guys. We were 26, 27 years old. We didn't have a lot of money when we started out. And we kind of created this word Cava. It was a Greek word that meant wine cellar. And in it, we tried to make the logo interesting. And, you know, we didn't have a ton of money to go to a branding company. So to make it interesting, we colored the V orange to give it a little pop. It's over time grown organically to represent the peace sign, which we use a lot in a lot of our marketing, as you see today.
How do you guys come up with your menu items? How did you start off with, you know, the original items you had on your menu, and how do you guys come up with new items to add as well?
You kind of just go back into your childhood. I think when we opened Cava, we really wanted to focus on food that we ate at home. And then from there it grows, right? So we always like to say we like to cook real food with great ingredients. I mean, that's Greek cooking for us. And that's kind of how we just approach the food at Cava as a whole.
I noticed that in the video,
they said that food is a force for good. Is that your philosophy, and why?
For us, it's kind of an internal rallying cry. All of us are all Greek children of Greek immigrants, and we all kind of grew up sitting around this table, and dinner was very important to our families, and it brought us all together. And we used that kind of rallying cry of food being a force for good, because we wanted to go out there and kind of bring people together, and we wanted to create a better restaurant concept around that. We've had so many family members who've worked in this industry, and I've seen so many people throughout our time in this industry where this industry kind of takes advantage of people, you know, and it doesn't pay well, it doesn't offer a great career. And one of the reasons we started Kava was to really change that. And, you know, just a small example of that, we had an initiative about 5 years ago where we moved to $13 an hour minimum wage within our own company. So in states like North Carolina, where the minimum wage was $7, we were paying $13, and that's a prime example of how we use food for good.
So let's say I want to start a business or go into entrepreneurship. What would you say are some classes or internships that I should be looking into?
I think business classes for sure are helpful. I think to understand how the financials work, so you can understand how to actually be profitable, because ultimately you have to have the passion for what you're doing, but you also have to make money in order to be able to do that. But I think it's also industry specific. You know, I think that understanding and having a passion for whatever industry it is that you want to pursue, getting as much knowledge, as much information about that industry is, to me, the most important thing. So the three of us, bring the different aspects of the business together. And I think that's what has helped us be successful in this industry. Ted's marketing skills, my accounting background, Dimitri's an amazing chef. And then obviously our background in the industry, because we've worked in this industry our entire lives, and we love the industry, have a passion for it.
Hey, Max, I can add to that also that when you look at Kava, probably most people see a restaurant company, right? And so I would say you need to take the classes and find the opportunities that you're passionate about, because Kava has so many different moving parts to it. You have a culinary part, right? If you're interested in culinary, we have a development where someone has to build these restaurants, right? This is a construction part. We have an operations-led where you actually operate the store and training people. You have a supply chain where people are visiting farms and figuring out where our food comes from. But this is a whole other aspect of it. You have marketing, which is figuring out how to sell the food to people, right? How to sell the concept. You have finance, which Ike is a part of, and counting the money and where the money goes in and out, and how to make sure that your business runs properly. And so there are many different facets of the business.
You guys mentioned the idea of passion. How have you kept that passion alive for running a business? And what advice do you have for students who want to become entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I think passion is something you have inside you, right? You love to do something and you keep doing it because you love it. We've enjoyed every single day. Like, we get excited to wake up and say, how can we make this dish? And how can we create something that's so delicious that people will love it, that will bring smiles to people's faces, right? How can we create a space that makes people feel special when they walk into it?
The goal is waking up and not feeling like you're going to work. It's the way you feel when you wake up and you're doing something that you really want to do that day. If you're fortunate enough to find something that gives you that feeling and you're able to make a living off of it, then there's no better feeling than that. And it's not something that you go out and try to, work on. You don't work on passion. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, there are days we wake up to floods in restaurants and alarms going off, and the air conditioning not working, the heat not working. So those days are not as fun. There is a lot of hard work that still goes into it. Even as much passion as you have, there is a ton of hard work that you have to continue persevering through.
I mean, ultimately, if you want to be an entrepreneur, that's the main thing. I mean, there's not a day that you can take off. Your mind's always thinking about your business. Your mind's always thinking about, how can I make something better? There's always problems. There's always things that you have to overcome. So it is a 24/7, workday if you want to truly succeed.
What strategies did you guys use to grow your customer base and to expand your restaurants?
Yeah, so our number one strategy was having delicious food, right? If you don't have delicious food, no one's coming back. So that was our number one strategy, with which Chef Dimitri was obviously the main part of building a great menu and a great food experience. And then as you want to grow your customer base, you have a marketing team that does a great job of that, right? There's no way that the three of us are able to serve all our customers. So unless our team members are happy, none of our customers will ever be happy and they'll never return. So making sure that we take care of our team members, to me, is a top priority in how you grow a business. You take care of them and they'll take care of your customers.
How did you attract and work with, business investors and people who wanted to invest their money into making your company successful, especially in those earlier stages of your company when you were still beginning operations?
I could tell you that when we first opened, nobody wanted to invest in us and nobody wanted to give us any money. So it wasn't always easy. It's a challenge. You think about your own money. Would you just give it to anyone who had an idea? If I just came to you and I said, hey, I have an idea, like, let's do this. You want to give me your money, help me do it? No.
Especially an idea that is known to fail more than it succeeds.
Yeah, so we had to figure out how we were going to use our own money and really our own work ethic to figure out how to get this business stood up, right? We didn't have a lot of money. So we opened our first Cava, so everybody understands, for about $20,000, right? And we went shopping out to Home Goods. We went to the dollar store. We went to Marshall's. We built our tables by hand. We went and bought wood from Home Depot. You look at our tables today in our original restaurant. If you get a chance, it's right off Shady Grove. It's 2006 we built that. The tables that we built are still standing today. They cost us about $4 a table to build. The frames on the walls are from the dollar store. They're all still on the wall today. So there are ways that, we talk about, oh, how did you get all this money? But in reality, we figured out how to save a lot of money. And we worked during the day. We worked as waiters at night. And then during the day, we worked on building this restaurant. And over time, we built a successful business that people wanted to invest in. Our first Cava Grill raise that we ever did, we brought a bunch of different people who we figured had money to invest, and Dimitri made them food. And we pitched them the idea of Cava Grill, our fast casual format, and nobody really wanted to invest in that. They wanted to invest in our full service, which was kind of operating and they could see was successful, but we had a bigger plan and a bigger vision. Eventually, after about 8 months, we raised about $1.8 million, and we set out to open our first 3 stores. Our next raise that we did was for about $2.5 million, and then we did a raise for about $3.7 million, and fast forwarding, we did a raise for $35 million, $50 million. Our latest raise was for $300 million, which really, just so everybody knows, I have to tell this to everybody, none of us got any of that money. All that money went back into the business. And I think that's the key for everyone to understand. Everyone thinks that, oh, you have this business so successful, you must be rich. But every single dollar that we have goes back into that business, supporting our team members and allowing the business to continue to grow.
Thank you all for your time today. And thank you to all of the students who submitted questions. I know personally for me, business and management is something I'm very interested in. So I learned a lot from this conversation. I really appreciated your stories, all of your advice, and most importantly, I really appreciate your food. So thank you for that.
Mr. Pass, I love that clip. I love that clip. It highlights the passion, the hard work, and dedication it really takes to be a successful entrepreneur and to run a business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I really enjoyed hearing from them and their story. And I think what I love most is the fact that our students are getting to see real testimonies from students, alumni who were right here, just like our judges, folks who have been there, sat where they sat and have done it. Right? Like, I love that. I love that. I love the food and the experience that they create in their Cava restaurants.
Absolutely. I do too. I agree with all of that. They are truly great to work with and wonderful supporters of MCPS. And I too love the kava food.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it looks like our judges are back. And before we announce this year's winners, let's just do a quick recap of the 7 student pitch presentations that we've heard today. So team 1 was from John F. Kennedy High School, who pitched their Chingona business. Team 2 was from Gatesboro High School, and that pitch was dual rest concept. Team 3 from Northwood High School pitched StratifyToys.com. Team 4 from James Hubert Blake High School pitched Cultivate. Team 5, Winston Churchill, and they pitched Maryland Made Cases. Team 6 from Northwest High School, Serenity Cafe. And last but certainly not least, Team 7 from Paint Branch High School, who pitched Panther Auto Repair.
Mr. Pass, thank you for that recap. I know the judges are ready, but before they return, I once again want to thank and congratulate all of our students who participated and give kudos to their teachers and the advisors who mentored them and helped them prepare for this experience. Students, you are all great and you should be very, very proud of yourselves. Excellent.
Definitely. Definitely. They should be very, very proud. I enjoyed hearing all of their creative business ideas and concepts. Well done, students. Again, the judges are back from their deliberations. Judges, do you have the top 3 winners?
Yes.
All right, I think we'll start us off.
I go first?
Who's announcing? We're gonna go third, second, first.
Okay, awesome. I have the pleasure of announcing the 3rd place team, and that is Northwest. Will they join me on camera?
Yes. So Team Northwest, please go ahead and turn your cameras on. Give us a little wave so we can congratulate you in person.
Congratulations. Yay. So congratulations. Serenity Cafe was wonderful. Your presentation was excellent. It was an original idea on a very important and timely topic of addressing mental health. Your numbers were great. Your presentation was really good. And I think that the concept needed a little bit of work and your marketing would be a little more stronger. But other than that, I think you guys did a fantastic job and congratulations. Well done.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Congratulations again, Team Northwest. You all can go ahead and mute your cameras. And please, let's proceed with the 2nd place.
Yes, so I have the pleasure of announcing the 2nd place winners. And that will be John F. Kennedy High School with Chingona. We really enjoyed, number 1, we can tell, like, you know, coming from your background with your heritage, or you're tying that in, so it's a more personal feel with your Latino heritage. And then also, we do believe you have products that will sell. You know, that's a big deal. We do see your products selling, and then also who it's going to be benefiting in the end as well. So we really like that whole, everything, your whole package, really. So we really appreciate you guys. You guys got 2nd place. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Congratulations to John F. Kennedy for getting that 2nd place position. Kudos to you all. All right.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
Right, drum roll, please. Well, first of all, this was a really, really tough competition. All the teams did a really good job. And as judges, we had a hard time coming up with 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, believe me. But there was one team that did shine just a little bit more than the others. And that 1st place winning team is going to go to Blake with their app concept, Cultivate. Their presentation graphics were outstanding. They had done focus group analysis. They convinced us that they actually could pull this off. $4.99 a month. I'm ready to sign up right now. Congratulations, Blake.
Congratulations, Blake. Well, don't run off just yet. You got to tell us how you're feeling about the big win. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I want to take the time to thank,
my business partners. Carter was unable to be here today, but Zach was here. We got it done. Thanks to my business teacher and just all the support around. It was a great experience.
Excellent.
Yeah, I just appreciate the whole experience. I love doing this. And I just want to thank the judges for picking us, and I look forward to partnering with you in the future.
Outstanding. Congratulations again, students. Great job, Team Blake. And again, congratulations to all of the students who won today. Each of you will be receiving a medallion. The 3 winning teams will receive gift cards, with the top placed winner, Team Blake, also receiving a trophy. We'll be sure to get those items out to all of you very soon. All prizes are provided courtesy of our sponsors, Educational Systems Federal Credit Union and K&K Foundation. Thank you all so much for your support. And again, a huge, huge thanks to our judges. A virtual round of applause to each of you. Thank you so much. Dr. Floyd.
Indeed, indeed. And a huge thank you to you, Mr. Pass, for hosting this event once again. Your presence and continuous support of this event every year is truly appreciated, and you do an awesome job. So thank you as well.
My pleasure.
And I too, oh, absolutely. And I too want to congratulate the winners, to all of our students who competed. Great job. Great job. So for those of you who are watching who want to learn more about this event and other opportunities for our business leaders and our students, please feel free to email me at Genevieve_L_Floyd@mcpsmd.org. Love to have you join us and be a part of this event moving forward. But before we depart, I want to share a final and very special thank you to our own Nicola Richards-Wright. She's a specialist on my team who works behind the scenes to facilitate and organize this event every year, and she does a wonderful job. So thank you, Mrs. Richards-Wright. Excuse me. I also want to thank Cal Selsick, who's not only one of our judges, but provided technical assistance, marketing support, financial support through his 503c K&K Foundation. Thank you, Mr. Selsick. And finally, to our own MCPS TV staff for making this virtual event happen. It does take a village to make this event work, and I am thankful to be a part of this one. So thank you all. That concludes our 2022 MCPS Business Pitch Challenge. Until next year, dream big, be well, and stay safe.
Nicola, are we going to meet one more time here?